Good evening once again and welcome. My name is Samson Emelike. I'm going to facilitate this training. We've had some series of communications where we sent out the links to download the desktop client, and we tracked that. A good number of participants have done that. We also shared the files, the practice files, and we tracked receipts. A good number also have responded, confirmed receipts. And yes, the fact that you're here means you also received the invite. However, some few minutes to this time, we sent out emails that we created for this training. And the title is your Power BI training email. Okay, so sometime within the week, I wanted a few persons or everybody to try logging in with your Microsoft account. And those who tried reported they were unable. And I said, yes, it's what Power BI does. Microsoft does not allow personal emails to sign up for Power BI or to use it to log in, except by through other routes. But basically, they want to use organizations to access the service. So what we have done is, Havron as an organization, we have created email. So all the emails that you have been given, they are all aliases to our organization's email. Okay, so you will be able to use that to log in to the Power BI account. Okay, we have also added all the emails to the organization's database as users. What this means is the data that we will be creating as an organization, every one of you that will use that email that has been assigned to you, we will use it to see how we can collaborate, how organizations use Power BI to collaborate, to interact with Power BI service, sharing their data and doing lots of things. So we are going to see that live. So without wasting much time, we are going straight to lesson 1. In this lesson 1, we are going to look at the following. First, we want to describe the different components of Power BI, and then we'll see how we can work with Power BI files. Just like any other program or app has its own type of files that you can open the file with. The same thing applies to Power BI. And we have shared this file. So during the course of this tutorial, we'll be seeing how we can work with them, the Power BI files, creating new ones, opening already existing ones. And then we'll also see how we'll be able to connect to data sources using the Power BI desktop clients. You know, like I said in our communication, the desktop client, that is the beginning of Power BI, and it's free to download. We have downloaded that. The link I shared with which we use in downloading, it's the one that when update comes, you may have to update it manually. However, the Microsoft store that our systems have, you can go through that store and download a copy of the Power BI desktop client. If you go through that route, then it is automatically updated on its own, okay? Now, the Power BI desktop is updated from Microsoft, I think once every month. And then the app the web app is updated every week. So we'll be seeing this as we go along with the training. And then the other thing that we'll be doing in this lesson 1 is to create a report and visualizations. You will see how easy it is to create very sophisticated graphs and charts. And then finally, we will work with visualizations. Now, under the lesson 1, we have different topics. And so the first topic we are dealing with now is topic A, that is Introduction to Power BI. So we are going to be looking at what the Power BI is, about the building blocks. Like everything, there are building blocks. So we'll look at the desktop client interface and then when to expect Power BI updates. Well, we may rush through this because these are the things that we have spoken about and I have been talking about them. We also discussed this, the different components. We said there are 3 of them. We begin from the desktop client, and then we now publish it. After you have done your work on the desktop client, you publish your report, and you publish your report in the web interface. And so once it goes to the web interface, the users who have the mobile apps can now access that. So we are going to look through this in its entirety. Now, Power BI, we have said severally that it offers many different connectors so that the data can be shared with these different apps, SharePoint, even Teams, Microsoft Teams, you can use that. Now, the users, you and I, every one of us who has the desktop client, you can create a report from connected data sources. You can now publish it to the app service and share it there. You know, when you publish it, you need to consciously also share it because anything organization data is confidential. And so there are some securities embedded in the sharing that you need to consciously confirm that you want to share this data out. Okay, so once it is published, then anybody who has mobile apps that supports dashboards can view the reports and then collaborate. Now, we've talked about the components. Now, let's talk about the building blocks. If you look at the screen, at the very top, bigger circumference is the workspace, down to what we have at that inner circle, the data set. Now, I want to deliver this slide using a story. We all, at one point or the other, we visit the restaurant where they cook food. So I want to use food to demonstrate how Power BI works. Now, in the kitchen, some people go to the market to buy ingredients. So those ingredients they buy and bring to the kitchen, look at them as the data that you go and collect from your field. If you have done a research, the data collection, that aspect is bringing in the recipe for the meal that we want to prepare. Now you bring them together and then analyze them, that's cooking the food using certain recipes that you want. You cook the food, the meal is set. So that is your data set. After you have arranged them the way you want in a data set, most times it comes in tabular forms. We're going to see a lot of that. So that is your data set, the way the data is presented. And then you will work with that data set to create visualization. Those visualization, what we mean is the graphs, the charts, the different graphs, the different charts, be it bars, be it columns, be it pie chart, donut charts, what have you. Then you bring this visualization together as a report. Okay, so this report now is what you want to share. Now, at this point that you have created the report, you are now leaving the desktop client. So the data sets, the visualization, the report, all of them happen within the desktop client. And then at that point, you will publish it. Now, when you publish it, it goes to the web app. That is the Power BI service. Remember that for you to publish, you must have an account. And that account must be an organizational account. So once you publish, it takes you to that organization's account where you can now create, you place it on a dashboard. Now, the dashboard has some something like squares or rectangles, and they are called tiles. So the dashboard is made up of rectangular, smaller shapes where you can deposit your reports. So your reports can be on one tile, two tiles, or however you are going to shape the tile. And then different tiles are placed on the dashboard. So when you see your dashboard, now look at your car. Look at the dashboard. You know, you have different dashboard. You have the one, you have a dashboard, you have different reports. You have a report that is speaking to fuel consumption. What is your fuel level? You have another report that is telling you the mileage you have covered. In some vehicles, you will see the number of kilometers that the remaining fuel can take you to. In another area, still on the same dashboard, you will see reports about the temperature of your engine. So those are the different things you see. Those are the different reports you will see on the dashboard. Now, one dashboard can be used for a particular badge. Now, I'm using this Power BI training, for instance, as an example. We have the pilot badge. So we might create a pilot dashboard. Okay, so this pilot dashboard is a report about the trainings that's happening in Power BI for pilots. We can create another dashboard for a different, another aspect of the training, still under the same training. And then we now have a workspace. So a workspace can be seen as well. This is have run, and then this is training workspace. So everything about training is there. We have another workspace that will talk about staff. We have another workspace that we can be talking about the projects that we are running. And so this is just a picture of how the building blocks of Power BI, how they work, and how they are related. As time goes on, when we begin to create reports and publish, then we'll be able to appreciate this more. At this point, I would like every one of us to type that you are getting me, you are still, we are still together. Please, can I get your chats to tell us that, yes, you are with us? I want to be sure I have not lost any of you. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay. Thank you very much. So we proceed to the next one. This also speaks to the building blocks. So it's just what we have just described. Power BI, the web and mobile apps, they use dashboards. And each dashboard is made up of tiles. Dashboards can be collected into workspaces. All right, so let's move to the next slide. Now this is the installation link. We have passed this. I'm sure we must have launched it, okay? After you have downloaded, I believe we have launched this. Please, is there anybody who tried to launch and the app refused to launch? So please, can we just get feedbacks? If you had issue launching your Power BI, just say, yes, I had issue. Otherwise, we just go ahead and proceed. If we had issue, it's not that we are going to resolve it here. We are going to create time and look into that. Okay, so Oguntonade, you say you had issues. All the first 1, 2, 3, 4 persons that have written, they have. You say you had issues. Okay. Let's take responses from these first responders. Please, yes, Oguntonade, please, can you let us know the issue you had? You can unmute and speak.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, so my issue is I can't even seem to launch where I downloaded the Power Desktop. It just seems to be hanging. Maybe it's my system, I don't know, but it's just there, just having the icon and it's not opening.
Okay, and that's after you downloaded and installed, right?
Yes, when the day I first downloaded it, it was opening, but now it's just it's not opening actually. It's not.
Okay. Okay. Now, those of us who have issues, this is what we're going to do. Go to your control panel and uninstall it. After uninstalling it, restart your system. Then go through Microsoft Store. The reason I didn't give this option at the beginning was there may be some people who may have issues accessing the Microsoft Store from their systems. And so using the external link will work for most people. Okay, so somebody is using 924741 name in the Zoom. Please, can you rename your device? Whose name, who is using a device 924? Sorry?
It's Alex one is.
Okay. Please rename your device so that we will know that we don't have strangers in our midst. Okay, so if you download, if you install from the Microsoft Store, let's know if you still have the same issue. Okay, so far we have 1, 2, Dr. Ejike, Pharmacist Oguntonade. Zira, what's your issue? Pharmacist Zira, okay. So can you unmute? Yes.
Hello, yeah. My issue, I downloaded on my desktop, but to continue with it was a problem. I don't know what is the actual reason, but I've downloaded it and installed on my desktop.
So, but when you click, when you try to launch it, do you see this that is showing on the screen now?
Yeah, I think, yeah, so it's let me try it again. It showed like that.
Okay. Yes, when it shows, you know, you may not be able to, you can walk around, you can create, you can open files, but you cannot publish until you sign in. But we just want to be sure that you're able to launch it and come to this image that we have on the screen. Huawei Y9 2019. Please, may we know you? Can you rename your device?
I've just entered. in the chat to
Sorry? Okay, you just entered.
I just send the chat to the person now. The person who
Okay. So, Pharmacy Zira, we are waiting. Did you work? Okay, so let's not waste time. We will use our WhatsApp forum to discuss these issues. I just wanted us to be sure that every one of us were able to install that. Now we know that there are some with issues. We'll see how we can resolve that before going deep into its use. All right, so I will leave this rest screen and their descriptions for us to look at. Okay, someone is saying, Ibenovia says the page he got is different. Yes, it may be different depending on the version. You know, by the time I launch my own, which is a current one, then we'll see if that is what you get. Like we said in the manual, as at the time the manual was developed, the current this thing was what we have on the manual. But as time goes on and changes happen to the app, the look may change. So that may be why what you have is different from what we have. Okay, so Power BI desktop client is updated monthly. We've talked about this, while the other one is on weekly basis. That is the web app. So let's look at a second topic, how to create, save, and open Power BI files. And then we'll look at how to publish it to the Power BI app. Okay, so I'm trying to see how we can work on this. I didn't know we had these issues, because if we go ahead now, we may leave some behind. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go ahead. We are going to share this video. Okay, yes, yes, this is exactly the current one, the one you have. This is the current one, so that's fine. Okay, you are good to go. Okay, so if you have been using Microsoft programs, Word, Excel, so how to open, it's usually the same. You go to the file, you click open, and then a window will open for you now to navigate to where you store the file. I think the most important thing is knowing where you store the file. Okay, so knowing where you store the file, you can quickly navigate and then go to that point and then open the file. Okay, so these are just the procedure. I want to get to somewhere and then I'll open it from my system. Okay, so when we come to publishing, okay, so now let's just, let me stop sharing and then launch my app, my desktop client, so that we can see how it goes. Is my screen up now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to, I want to maximize this so that, so when you come to this point, this is what will show. You will see what Minovia shared, asking you to log in. So before I was allowed to share, I had that prompt to log in. And so I have logged in here, okay? So I'm going to, and this has some resources for you to build your capacity in its use. You can see over here, see how do you upload your reports. These are short videos from Microsoft, okay? Building reports, query, view concepts, and so on and so forth. So also here, these are different resources for you to get knowledge on different aspects of the app. I hope my screen is still showing.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so I'm going to come over here to my file. I'm going to open let me see where. Okay, I need to, let me see, let me be sure where I kept the reports. Let me just I'm trying, I wonder what happened. I couldn't see that report. Maybe the way I saved it. I'm trying to, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so let me share my screen again. All right, so where I went to, it was still in the zipped folder. So I didn't extract it. Okay, so that's one thing to watch out for, because what we shared was in a zipped folder. You can see my screen, right? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, I see.
Okay. Rashid is saying, if I can be telling us where I am clicking. Just hold on, I paused. Okay, so I am back here and I'm going to tell us how we are moving. Okay, Judith says she cannot hear us again. Can you check if this thing is connected? Judith, yes, she's connected. Maybe it's network. But anybody, everybody can hear me, right?
Yes, for me, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm getting a lot of yes from the chat box. So maybe Judith, it's possibly your network. Okay, so we want to open a report. And so what we shared earlier is contains reports, contain data sets. So we are going to navigate to opening reports. So we can come to file here. Okay, so going to file, you click file, and this menu drops down. I want to open a report. And then I have to browse to where that is located. So it is located here. I've navigated to that point. And so under my lesson 1, so these are the different activities. Please make sure that you extract your files from the folder that you downloaded before trying to navigate to the report. So right now, I'm going to open this one, activity 1, 2. You can see it is opening. So this report, please, we give credit to this organization. They are the one who have provided this. All right, so you can read that when you open your own system. The alternative path to downloading the Power BI desktop is going through your Microsoft Office. I mean, a Microsoft Store. Except if you're not using Microsoft Store, I mean a Microsoft, that's Windows. If you're not using Windows operating system, you may not have Microsoft Store. But whichever operating system you are using, they should have Store. Okay, if you are using Mac, I believe Mac should have Store where you can download their apps. Okay, so I've opened this report. This report has here, this is one page. Each of these you see here, there are pages. So as you click on each page, you will see the different reports showing. So this is a team scorecard. This is a report that came with our exercise files. If I open the second one, it will load again. You see these reports? So every page has its own number of visualizations. I can click this to add new page. I can keep adding. I can also initially, Power BI as at last year or so, it was not easy for you to reorder your pages like this. There was a report I did, and I decided to delete some pages. I mean, to move the pages. I couldn't. So this is, I believe in the community, they may have reported this and it has been fixed. So it's easy to move the report from one location to the other, okay? So this is what we have in the opening of the files. So the next thing, okay, first of all, does anybody have any question to ask? We can mute for 10 minutes. You play around going into opening the files. All right. So please, we are going to pause now and give us opportunity to open the files that we have. And to create new files, let me also, okay, just a minute, I've seen some hands up. Let me just talk about creating a new file. So I'm closing this report. Now you can see that this one does not have my name. So it's like I haven't signed in. You can see on top over here. I hope you can see my cursor here. Sign in, it's not signed in. So you can actually walk through that's new reports. Okay, so we can create a new report here. See over new here. We can click this. So a new instance will open. Because I believe it's because of the weight, it takes time to open. And then, okay, so once you click to create a new report, you will see this with the recent source showing here. So you may use this if you want, or you may get a new one. And so to create a new one, I can click get data, and then this point, this window opens. And so at this point, I'll be expected to go to where my data is. Now let's just use the simple things that we want to do is to get from an Excel workbook. And this Excel workbook is the one that we have in the system. Someone said my cursor is not moving. Okay, so let me just unmute every one of us. So please, let's take it easy and unmute one after the other. Let me request Dr. Ejike, please unmute and ask your question or make your comment.
So this is my comment, and it comes very early. When there are two Power BI settings when you download.
Yes.
There's the Power BI desktop setup, then they are set up times 64. Which of them is the one you open, or is it both of them?
No, it's only one, depending on your system. You know, if you go through the Microsoft Store route, it detects your system configuration and downloads that particular one. However, this link, you are the one to decide. For me, I use the 64 because my system is 64. So what I would recommend is use that 64, follow the 64 and launch. If it doesn't work very well, uninstall it and use the other one. But if your system can access Microsoft Store. That is the best route. I know there are some that may be using maybe Windows 7, Windows 8, and they may even have issues connected to Microsoft Store. So please try the 64 first. If it doesn't work, then go with the other one. If none of them works, get back to us and then we'll see what we can do.
Okay, thank you. I think one of them works, but I don't know which one. I'll open some, and I have 2 laptops. One is graded better than the other. So I will now define the one that works better after this meeting.
Okay, that's fine. So go ahead and use them, use the one that is working and open the report, and then also create a report. Okay, somebody reported that my cursor was not moving, and that caught my attention. Is my cursor moving now?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm sharing there's a different one that I'm sharing. So let me, I think I now know the issue.
So I have a question.
Okay, just a minute. I want to confirm that you can see this one now. My cursor is moving, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I think what happened was the 2 instances were opened. The one with the reports and then the one with the new one. I was seeing the new one, but not sharing it. So the one that you were sharing wasn't the one I was working on. But now I think it's good. So yes, go ahead. You have a question?
Yes, I said when you just started,
Yes.
you moved from the file to the report. Then from the report, I didn't get where you actually moved to before those other files now came up.
Okay. Let's now go back. I'm just learning that if I open a report, a new report from the one that I'm working, it may not be the one that is being shared. Maybe the previous one is the one that will be shared. So I want you people to let me know once I navigate to the report. When you lose sight of what I am doing, let me know. So I want to open an existing report. I come to file here. So when I click file here, I hope my cursor is still moving, right? You can see my navigations.
Yes.
Good. So when I come to file here, I see this report here. So I'm clicking this report and it's opening this. So I'm going to browse for where I drop this report. Can you see the window that's opened? Can you see this window here? Where I have activity 1, 2, 1, 4, and 1, 5. So if you can see this, this is on my system now. This is on my desktop, okay? So you can see that this is my laptop. This is the system. I'm going to desktop where I saved what I'm looking for, the report. I saved it under Power BI.
Excuse me.
Yes, please. Hello, go ahead. Hello. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you from here.
Okay, there was someone that was speaking and he ceased. Okay.
Okay. Is it me? I was going to...
I thought you called
Yes,
my
I can
attention.
hear you. Can hear you. Yeah. I don't know. Yes, I was the one speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It seems he has dropped off. Maybe he has a network issue. Okay, so let's continue while we wait for him to join back again. So I am navigating to where I saved the report. I saved it here, and this is the Power BI. So I'm going ahead to open this lesson 1, where the report is. So I can choose any of these reports to open it. Okay. So I'm choosing this 1, 2. And I double click it. It's loading. So now that it is opening, please confirm if you can see what has opened now.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can see.
you can see a black interface. a
Okay,
dark
that's fine.
interface.
That's fine. So that is how to navigate to where you have placed your report on your system. And so what we did was just to navigate through each of these pages. Okay, each of these pages.
Can I ask a question, please?
Please go ahead.
The exercise files that you gave us, I don't know whether it is different from the one that you are using. Because in the exercise files, you have 4 folders.
Yes.
And each of them you have. So which of the folders did you go into? Is it the completed activities, completed lesson?
No, it's not the completed. Okay, now let me when you go to lesson 1. Okay, now let me go back and pick a report. Here's my, okay. So I'm going over here. I'm going again to browse for my reports. Now, if I open here, so these are the lessons.
Yes.
So you can open any one of them and see what the report you have. This is a completed one.
Okay.
Now, let me see. This is the starting file. This is lesson 1. Let me see, starting files. So when you go to starting files, this is 1, 2, this is the one that I opened. Okay. So anyone that you want to view, all of them, they have it. Did you get that? The
Yes,
important thing is knowing.
Yes, I did.
How, okay, yes. Knowing how to navigate to where you saved the files. All right, so, and I want to navigate so that we can create a new, I'm trying to get where that, okay, this is in there. Again, I want to create a new report. I hope we are all following. Is there anybody we have left behind? I believe you will call our attention if we seem to be going too fast for you. So we want to create a new report, okay? We want to create a new report. So I come over here. This is new. So again, you will tell me whether when the new opens.
Sorry, I'm trusting. Sorry, before you go. How
Yes,
do
please.
you exit the black interface screen? Did you cancel or you just went to create new reports?
Which interface? Which black interface?
The activity 1, the black, the workbook that obvious. That obvious black.
No. You know that events that you are seeing
Yes,
is a page. This one, right?
How do you leave there? Yeah, did you minimize?
No. It depends on where you want to go to. If you still want to view this report for different pages, click any of these pages under here. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yeah, Team Scorecard.
Yeah, so each of them is a page containing those reports.
I understand. So we want to create a report now. How did you manage to leave that page? And
No, just go straight. You can leave this one. You can leave this one. Just go straight to file.
file, okay, you can create.
and then create new. So at this point, I want you, because I'm creating a new one, and for new, the app is launching a new again. So now, help me to confirm whether you can see the new untitled Power BI desktop. Can you see that?
No.
Good. So,
No.
So I need to reshare this current one now. You can see this now, right?
Yes.
Power BI desktop, and this is new, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, it's asking you to sign in, okay? You may want to sign in now or not, but when you have finished working on your report and you want to publish it, you'll be requested to sign in. So now I'm not going to sign in. So I just want to get data. Okay. If I want to get data, I just simply come over here, or I can still go ahead and close this. And I'll still see my get data here. I can also see my get data across. If you see my menu here, you can see get data here. These are the different sources that you can use to connect to your data. And then once you connect, you pull it from wherever it is and bring it to your desktop. But of course, for you to do this and bring in data outside your system, you must be connected to the internet, but not necessarily logged into your Power BI desktop. Okay, so I want to get data using Excel. And then I have this sales data, okay, that is under my lesson 1. You remember, this was the last place we got the reports. Because I requested for report then, this one did not show. Only the reports file, the .ppix file opened. But now I want to create a new report, and it's going to open or give me, lead me to where we have data sets available. So assuming this is what we want to use, I can go ahead and click this and open it. And then it begins to connect to that data. Because it is not online, it's not going to take much time. And then it's going to pull it to this, my Power Query editor. Okay, so once it loads, you will see everything that is in that file. All right, so these are the different things that are on that file. So if I click any of them, it will show you the different data sets contained in each of these sheets. Okay, so when we get to the point that we are creating a report, visualization, they will see how we'll be able to work with the different worksheets. So, but for now, I can go ahead. Hello, please, can we all mute our mics?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
All right, just a quick one. So before I see the file you just opened, the sales file.
Data. Yes.
Yes. Is there anything that needs to be done, like cleaning of the file you want to import into the Power BI before importing, or you can just import a raw file and Power BI will do the magic of cleaning those red flags or outliers?
Yes, you are the one who will clean that, but you can bring them to Power BI. At this point, this is what we want to do. If we want to clean the data here, right under below here, my right hand left, my right down corner here, you can see load, you can see transform data, you can see cancel. So if this data is clean enough for me to work with, I can load it. But if it is not clean and I want to clean and do transformation, I click transform data. So this is the Power Query editor where you can do a lot of transformations. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if you already work with your, if you already worked on your data and cleaned it, and it is ready for use, once you come here, go straight and load. But if the data is not clean and you want to clean it, once you select, go ahead, click transform data, and then it begins to give you the options that you will use to clean the data and do some transformation. Okay, so now let's load. You can see the query is loading. So one of the things that I want us to do is at the end of today's session, go ahead and look at the, let's say, one of the loaded queries command content error. Okay, fine. This is good. We experienced this, and then later in the course, we are going to discuss how to clean this kind of errors. Okay, so now you can go ahead and save as. Okay, now so demo, let's say I'm creating this as demo with error, and I'm saving it here. So we can do a lot of work here. All right, so we have discussed how to open an existing report and then create new reports. Remember that your reports, for you to create a report, you need to start with data sets, which we got from an Excel. And then we brought it here. So
from
remember,
sorry for just jumping in now. You see that sales that you are trying to open, you know, I think you just want to open one sheet from one sales and show us how you need to load it, transform it, and you know how the graph will come up before we now wrap it up. I think the idea. At least let's take one sheet from that sales and see how it will come up.
Rashid, you are in a hurry. We have a lot of time, and we have the lessons. We are going one after the other. We will do a lot of reporting. We are going to walk through that. Okay? So the lesson, the stage that we are in now is how to open a report and how to create a new report file. Okay, so we'll proceed. As we proceed in the course, we'll learn all those things. Okay, Pamela, your hand is up. Please go ahead. Please unmute and speak. Hello, Pamela, can you hear us? We can't hear you if you are speaking. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, so when like, I'm following what you're doing and I've opened the sales data, but I noticed from your screen that your load was highlighted in green when you tried load. Yeah, it was showing green color. And when you clicked on it, you were able to load before the error flagged off. So I still want to reconfirm, because I tried doing mine. It wasn't loading, although I'm not connected. My laptop is not connected to the internet. So could it be my error?
No, because your data is not
online.
It's not online, yes. You should be able to. So when you try to navigate to that data sales data, did you?
They were showing me, I was seeing the data, the item information, sales information. but they highlight for loading. When I click on load, nothing happens. It's not even highlighted.
Probably
Yeah,
you
even
did, you
here,
did,
even
you
here,
didn't.
it's showing 12,122,000 plus loaded. Then the errors, like 4 errors is there. So it's not
But
trying to.
it's not the same
moving at
error
all.
that I got. It's not the same error that I got.
4 errors.
So forget about the error. It's just for you to
Okay.
know that, yes, this kind of things can happen.
So mine is
my
not
sister,
loading.
yes, Pamela, I want to be sure when you click that as sales data open, did you
Yes.
go on top and click any of those sheets?
No, I was under the sales data. I went to item information.
No. Okay, let me start again.
Okay, I've seen my mistake now.
So click one of those sheets.
I didn't tick it. I was just having a preview.
Okay.
Mm.
So when you tick it and then you now see whether to
Yes,
download or to load
it's
or
working.
transform.
Yeah, it's working now.
All right. Thank you.
And the same error flag.
Good. So that's fine.
Thank
Do
you.
we have someone else hand up? I thought I saw one other hand. Okay, is there any message? Okay, so let's continue with our presentation. So we are going to learn how to create visuals, all those visualization, all those reports. We are taking everything step by step so that the whole thing will click when we begin to work on reports. So we have looked at this. Okay, so publishing is also something that we can just work, is a straightforward thing. Clicking that report that you have, all you need to do is to go ahead and click publish. Okay, so let's proceed. And again, by the time we work with data, the reason why we will slightly skip this publishing, because I want you guys to be able to log in to the Power BI using the email and account that we have created for you. Use it to log in so that when you click publish, you won't run into any issues. So let's keep all this until we get to everybody having signed in. Okay, now so this also follows the same pattern when you want to connect your data set that is stored in Excel workbook. We just demonstrated that. The same thing for Access database. Part of what we have, someone's hand is up, I guess. Okay, Pamela, your hand is still up. Is it a new one or old one? Pamela, your hand is up. Okay, Eshen, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening. So I just wanted to comment that using the email address that was sent to us and the password, I already have a Microsoft account. So when I tried logging in, actually my work work email is actually linked to that. So using this login details that were sent, because I didn't want to select the one I already have. So I tried using this one to try to sign in. So when I entered the email and the password, they told me that Microsoft would want to download some security, I think something about more security information or something before I could actually, I can actually sign in. So because it was taking time to connect, I just closed that dialog box and just proceeded. So I don't know, perhaps maybe you could
Okay.
Some more
Okay.
light, or maybe
Okay.
when we get to that time, we'll be able to find a way.
Okay. I was going to discuss on those that account towards the end of today's session, but now you have brought it. Or let me just mention this, lest I forget. You know, the security features that Microsoft put around Power BI is so strong that they want to be sure that it's not unauthorized access to the data. So what they want you to do is create, it's just like a second way to confirm that you are the one. So they may ask you to download Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator. In our previous organization account, I used that, but I have lost it. Well, I wouldn't say I've lost it because I reformatted my phone and getting access to that organization Power BI account has proved difficult. So I will not recommend you to use Authenticator. Once you go there, they ask you, they want to put security feature, accept and move forward. But I will encourage you not to use Authenticator. You can use other methods. There is option there for other methods. Click other method. You can use your phone, and then they will use your phone number, and then they will send you a code to be sure that the phone is yours. The code will come to your phone number, put it there, and then you are good to go. So for your own organization email, that may have been put already, okay? And they may have disabled that, maybe based on the security that your organization has, which is why you are not experiencing that. Or possibly before you sign in, they may give you a code, some kind of a second two-factor authentication. Okay, so that is what they are requesting for. So go ahead and use it. Okay, Oguntonade is saying that he signed it using that. Okay, so I did already because I had no good. If you had Authenticator, that's fine. I'm afraid of using Authenticator because even my Facebook, I use Authenticator. Thank God I had the option of confirming my access from my mobile app. Sometimes when I log in, they want me to use the Authenticator and I have lost it. Even when you download it, I'm still trying to see how I'll be able to get and then link back. There are some things I was supposed to have downloaded. Security code, I didn't do that because I didn't envisage this problem long ago when I used Authenticator. But that is my experience. So go ahead. It's safe to use that. They are just trying to safeguard the data of the organization that you are connected to. Does that help?
Hello, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Yes, Osasu.
Yes. Sir, please, when that workbook popped up, how will you exit that place? Because I'm finding it difficult to exit that place when the workbook popped up and we had information, team scorecard and everything. So when I'm going back again to a plain sheet, where am I supposed to go?
I'm not sure I understand. So where you click, that is you navigated to go to that Excel.
From where we saved those files, that workbook.
Okay.
Obvious.
Okay, okay. You want to close that.
I want to close that. I don't know where to go to now.
Just look at the top left there, top right. There's an X there. Close it. Provided there is no dialogue that is open. That's X.
I'm not seeing any X.
Okay, so let me can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen now. Yeah.
Okay, this is the one you are talking about, right?
Yes, I want to exit this place now. I don't know where to go to.
If you exit here, what do you want to do now?
I want to leave this place and go back to file and.
So you can simply open another file here.
Okay.
You can create a new one, or if there's a report you want to view. Alternatively, if you want to get data, all you need to do, just come here, go to the data, wherever it is. If it is there, Excel, click here, and it takes you, and then you can come over here.
Okay.
But if you want, just go to this place here, and then close it, and then reload it again.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, from Francis, can you go back to the one you said where you just closed now? The last option you gave.
This one here.
So which I can't see your cursor.
Can you see my cursor now?
Okay. Yeah, yes.
Can you see how it's moving? To top right, where you
top
sign
right,
in.
okay.
There's that close X. So you close it.
Okay.
So if you close it, you have closed Power BI, then you can relaunch it again.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Sorry, that sales data, under which file is it in what you gave us?
Which one?
The sales data that usually pops up when you click on new.
Okay, let me see. It's starting file.
Starting file.
Starting file, yes. Lesson 1. Okay, no, lesson 1 is regional director. I want to see whether it's in just a minute.
Okay.
Let me look at let me be sure it's a starting file.
I think it is.
The starting file, okay, for activities, right?
Yes.
Yes, for activity, yes. You know, there are 2 starting files there. Starting files for activity, and then starting files for lesson labs. Okay, so when you go to starting files for activities, then you will see it under lesson 1, you will see the sales data. So still under here, if you want to connect to the access, there's district directory is a file there that you can use to connect to data with that is stored in access.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. There are 5 files there. Okay. 1 access, one Excel.
Yes. All right. Can we continue? So connecting to an Excel workbook, this is what we just demonstrated. And we go through this as you are selecting over here, as you are selecting, let me get my highlights. You can see my cursor, right?
Yes.
Good. So you can come over here. These are the different sheets contained in this particular one. Okay, so you can do that also. And then data will then be loaded, just like we saw in the previous one. The same thing will happen when you go through Access database. Still go to your home, get data, click Access database, and then click Connect. Navigate to where that Access database is, click it, and then click Connect over here. And then this window pops up. Again, you will see these different options. So just go ahead and choose whichever one that you want, and then it displays. So by the time we go into creating reports, then we will really see the how cool it is to work with Power BI. So viewing all connection options, you may not have need to use all the options, all the other options. The organization may be saving its data on SharePoint. So you can just come here and go to SharePoint folder. If there is an SQL Server database, You just go there, okay? As we go along, if we have any data elsewhere, we can save them outside our system, and then we navigate to that point. Now, note that in organization, it is not everybody that makes use of the desktop clients. The people that make it, that use it, are the people that cook the food. You know, there are people who just sit, the data are submitted to them, they analyze. And then they analyze and set them up in data, in some closely related data sets, and then use them to create the reports which are published. And then the people who make use of the data to make decisions, they connect using their mobile devices. So top people there don't usually work with desktop because they are not the people that analyze. We have the people that analyze, create the reports, and so on and so forth. So wherever you find yourself in that chain, you may be among the people, the users who wait to consume data. And then the M&E people might be the one who collates, impute, analyze, and then share. Then you can consume. And then the other people may be the ones who make the decisions. Now you can also create data set manually. And you do that by clicking home, then you click enter data. A window will come up for you to create your table. And then this pops up. So once it opens, you can rename the columns. You rename them, double click the header, name them, and then you can enter your data and then click load. Just the same way you enter your data in Excel, because this thing is basically Excel, but in a different environment, okay? Okay, so these are the processes that will lead to that table being added. Okay, so this is 9:31. We have 29 minutes more. I want us to use this remaining part of the time. We are stopping at managing data sources. We would like to stop and use the remaining time to ask us to go ahead and use the email that we provided to log into your desktop clients. So the other ones that may require some form of this thing, you will do that maybe during the week. You know, our next lesson will be on Tuesday next week. So within the week, please, we want you to read through the manuals. Finish as you are reading, keep practicing. The manual demonstrates everything that we are doing. Someone is asking if you get the power slides. You have things that are better than the power slides. We shared the manual. That manual is more comprehensive than the Power BI. Than the PowerPoint. We are not sharing the PowerPoint. We have given you the student manual. Please open it. It is step by step. Everything there is step by step. Do this, you will see this result. Do this. The images and everything are there. Please, we'll encourage you to go ahead. The PowerPoint was prepared using the student manual.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Please, so this signing is where I'm now having a challenge. I've understood a lot of what you said this evening. Thank you very much.
You're
But
welcome.
now signing is what I am trying to do with the email that was sent to us. And when I click it and I enter the email address given to us, it gives me, let's get you signed in, use one of these accounts, or use those are my accounts, my office accounts, and then use a different account. I click on Microsoft accounts.
No. You click the one that we gave you.
It's not popping up.
It's not popping up.
I
Yes,
think what
that
you're saying
you
that when you click on that, it gives you two options. One is Microsoft account, one is work or school account.
Okay,
Yes,
use that work or
exactly.
school account. Use that work or school account.
Okay, so I've done that.
Good.
And it's saying, okay, email address or phone number. So I've put in the email address that you gave to us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, click next. Okay, perfect.
Shamsi,
Yes, please.
this Vero is taking me to the Outlook, my official email page. I still want to send email. Is that
No,
how? Is that the
you will get to a point where you can use a different account.
so once I click, it's taking me to my official email straight. I still
Oh,
want to send message.
you don't click on it. I think you just copy it easily. If you click on it, it takes you to us if you want to send email.
Okay.
Please, I'm back here. Oh, it has brought me to action authenticator.
Yes.
Additional
So
security.
if you have the Microsoft Authenticator, you can use that. Me, I didn't use Microsoft Authenticator. I use another method, which is phone number.
So do I just click next?
Yes, click next if you want to use Do you have Microsoft Authenticator?
No, I don't.
There should be another option there, right?
Option of use a different account.
Yeah, no, not
It
use a
says I
different.
have up to 14 days.
I use that to ask me later.
Sorry?
I actually use Ask Me Later.
If you use Ask Me Later, I think either 14 days or so, they will come back at it again. So let's get it solved now.
So what do we do?
What are the options
My own
there?
disappeared though. My own, I click next and it has disappeared. Show me why.
What you have is action required. Then you have use a different account. Then you have 14 days until this is required. Then you now have two dialog boxes, ask later and next.
I click next.
Let me send a screenshot to you so that you see what I'm talking about.
I know what you're saying. Perfect.
No, I'm referring to the facilitator, maybe.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do something now. Go ahead and share with me while I do something over here. Hello, Mr. Roy, are you still here?
It's going to...
Okay.
I have to close that before it does that.
It's asking me for Microsoft Authenticator to download.
Okay, just give me 5 minutes. I'm going to use another email and then run through this so that I can provide direction. Just So let me. I will just go straight to. I'll just go straight to the Power BI. Yes, let me just go straight to the Power BI App Center and do this there. So, or should I use? Let me use this browser. Let me use Edge. Okay, you can see app.powerbi.com. Okay, sign on. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Sir.
you can see. I want to enter my email line Power BI app service. You can see it, right?
Yes.
So I want everyone to respond, please, because this is for every one of us.
Yeah, we can see your screen, sir.
Okay, okay. So I want to be sure that I've added that email. Just a minute. Okay, so I am using I want to be sure that I've added that email to please, can we mute? That was the reason why I muted everyone before. Okay. I want to be sure that I have added the email I want to use now. Let me see. Okay. So let me communicate. Okay. So now let's work with this. So I'm using this Samsung at avron360.com.ng. Okay, well, I need to add that to the Power BI users. I haven't added that, so just give me a user here. This is something. This is something. Good. This next finish adding. Okay, so let me go back here. You should be able to detect now that, let me see. Okay, so I have added this just like, please, who can, what's that password? Okay, no, you don't even know. Let me check.
It's trainee at Havron 360.
Okay, trainee.
The first capital letter T,
yes, okay,
and capital letter H.
Okay, now, so you can see this, right?
Yes.
Can you see my screen? This is the
Yes,
point that
sir.
you came, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to click next. Now, when it comes to this point, see this place here. I want to use a different. Hello.
Please.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yes,
sir.
we
Okay,
can
so
hear you.
I want to use a different authenticator. So this is, I think I refuse to use this. Let's see if I have this. This is not what I want. Let me go back. Let me go back. I'm trying to find out the route that I followed, that I chose the option of phone. Let me go back. Because I don't like this, I don't like, based on the experience that I had before. I don't want it again.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
You know, this is on the web page, but I don't think we have a similar interface. You know, when we are imputing the email, it's directly on the app. That's on the Power BI app.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. Yeah. Let me sign in from the app. Let me sign in from the app. Okay. So you can see my app, right? The desktop has opened, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let me try signing in. Something. Okay, yes. Avro360.com.ng. Okay, so these are the different accounts that I have. So I'm going to use a work email. So
your screen has not changed.
Okay, my screen is not showing again, right?
No, it has not changed. It's still on that the previous one. It has not moved to the next page where you are. Yeah, okay, now it's fine.
Okay, so you know it didn't change that. Something at avron360.com.ng. Next. I think it's the same thing. I want to find out.
Samson, are you trying to use the Avron email on the
Yes, I shared
Power BI desktop?
Yes,
I saw it. I got it. Okay. You are using it on the Power BI desktop, right?
Yes.
That is where we're going to use to utilize it.
You can use that because that one is easier for you. But for me, I can also. There's so much noise.
There's so much interference. Please mute your mic if you're not talking.
Sorry, I had to mute everyone, and no one will be able to unmute. I'm sorry until maybe we'll grant the permission from here. So maybe I have to I have to find out if there is a way I can set it for everyone to use other methods rather than this, because it's saying that the authenticator use is set by the admin. So I'll work on that. But if anybody is comfortable with using an authenticator, then that's fine. If we are good to go. Downloading this, let me see what this shows. Okay, I think that you would now use to, you need to have your system or your phone. So get the app on your phone. You can scan any of this if you are using Android or this. This is just the authenticator, but I want to bypass that. Okay. I'm not even sure you are seeing what I'm seeing now. It took me. Yes, anybody that can. No. Niamaka, you say it's saying that the account does not exist. Let's discuss later. I will look at the email that I gave to you, and then we'll find out why it's saying it does not exist. So, but if you can use authenticator, that's fine. It's safe. But if you lose your phone or you reformat your phone, it becomes difficult. Even if you load it, it becomes difficult to regain. So, but go ahead and use it. If that happens, then we can reset it for you from our end. Okay, so Niamaka, let's see the issue that you have with your account. Let me see. I want to be sure I added the right thing, because you are the only one who has complained about account not existing. Niamaka Chioma. I'm back. Okay, so let me look at our active users. Niamaka. Yes. So I'm wondering why it's saying that. Did you type it or you copied it? Maybe it's possible you missed out something. So now, may I hear from you? You want to speak? Raise your hand, or you want to send a chat. If you use the account that we shared with you via email, it should exist. Okay, if you want to speak, let me, where are you? Okay, you can unmute now.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I tried to copy and paste, but I don't think Microsoft gives the permission to actually paste the email. So I tried typing it in, and it says the account doesn't exist.
You type it correctly as it is?
Correctly as it is, yes.
Okay. I will use your own now. Let me exit here. Let me use your email and try to sign it from here. We have 7 minutes more. We'll be closing shortly. So let me use your Niamaka, where is it again? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to use this now. Can you see my screen? So
Yes,
this is
sir.
your own. Okay, so now I believe this is your email. I want to find out why you say it does not exist. So I'm going to use a work email. It looks like you're not seeing this again. So let me open this. So I'm selecting work email. So I have copied and pasted. Okay. I've just copied your email and pasted. I'm clicking next. And I'm putting in the password. Can you see your account exists? Maybe you didn't type it very well. So it actually exists. Your organization requires additional security information. Okay, so just go ahead, try it again. It should work. Okay, so there are no more issues for us to resolve. We want to thank everyone for coming around. Please be attentive on the WhatsApp group. We'll be sharing more updates. And please, we're also going to track login with those email addresses. We are going to track your responses. Please, let's try and log in. And then let's finish lesson 1. The manual is very, very easy. The manual is very, very easy to follow. And once you follow it, it gives you every step that you need to take to do those things that we have covered. So thank you for your attention, and do have a lovely week. Good night, all. So let me just
thank you so much.
All right, so you can unmute and speak if you want to.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
All right, good night.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Yeah.
Sorry, please, I have a question briefly.
Please go ahead and ask.
So when you're downloading the Microsoft Authenticator,
yes,
which mail are you going to use? Because it's asking to sign into an account. Is it the Havron or your Microsoft account?
You can use any one. Then that one that once you download it, you can link other accounts. So because I will encourage you to use your own Microsoft account, and then you can be, when you have installed it using your own, you cannot add accounts, then add the one for Havron. And then they will ask you to go and scan. So you will now come to this page and scan that. It will be added. But that one is basically for sign. I mean, the account you use to open that will be your own personal account. Does it make sense? Hello?
Hello,
Was it
from
Pamela
Sam-
that asked that question?
Yeah, she was too. Hello, from Samsung.
Okay, yeah, Famzira. Good evening.
Like me now, I log in using my Microsoft account. Did you send a different Havron account for us for login?
Yes, to log in to where? Power BI.
For the Power BI, yeah.
You're able to use your email to log in?
Yes.
That's strange. Maybe they may have added you before to Power BI, because usually they don't allow that to happen. So yes, but you need to use the one that we sent, because that one you can now access the data that we share as a team. If you use your own email, you won't be able to see it, even when we share. Except we will now have to add that to your email.
I've not seen the email that is.
I sent it just before this meeting this evening, so check.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Okay. We are going to share the link to the recording so that people can catch up.
Okay, thank you.